don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Welcome in to Bellow Field and welcome back to the national champion Tufts Jumbos, who open up their 2025 campaign here on a breezy Saturday afternoon against the Trinity College Bantams. Riley Daniel here with Catherine Burns. And Catherine, the national champs are here, but it did not seem like a national championship was coming the last time we saw the Jumbos on Bellow Field.
Absolutely not, Riley. Last time we were here, the Jumbos were facing the number 8 seed team in the NESCAC first round, and after a hard-fought game, ended up losing that game. Shock to everyone here and everyone listening at home. Here they are back again on Bellow with that as their last taste in their mouth. How do you think their minds are coming into this game? What do you think they're thinking about?
I think they're thinking about a lot of things. I mean, they had a really good start to the season last week in New London, destroying the Con College Camels, but if K-State and Alpha has taught them anything, it's that you have to take that Hamilton loss and realize that any given Saturday here on Bellow, any team in the NESCAC is good enough to come in here, and if they play their best, go out there and beat you if you're not on your A game.
I absolutely agree, and I think that's what Trinity's coming into. You don't really know that Tufts right now is ranked number 1 in the nation. You don't really know. Trinity doesn't really have that idea coming into this game. They don't seem scared. They don't seem anything but excited, Riley.
No, they don't. We watched them in the warm-ups. They definitely were a pinnacle of energy in that warm-up period, and I think you have to be if you're Trinity. You haven't won in Medford since 2001. You haven't won against the Jumbos in 12 years, but you can't let any of that get to you. You just have to focus on today, lock in, and make the Jumbos outwork you on this field.
I absolutely agree.
We're going to step aside momentarily for the national anthem and starting lineups. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back here to Bello, Catherine, as they're reading out the starting lineups. It is such a privilege for Casey and Alpha to be able to run out the exact same starting 10 that he ran with in the national championship 12 months ago at Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, I agree. When they called that, I was looking especially at the goalies. Both goalies are very highly ranked. Both know what they're getting into coming to this game, and I think they're going to play a huge role in this game today.
And we Parker Merrill on the draw against John Kerkorkian for the Bantams. Merrill, the All-American Fogo for the Jumbos, looking to get things going. And he's going to win that one to himself. And he's going to look to go. Merrill, hands free, thought about the shot. Swings it wide at Eddinghausen. The Jumbos will get settled offensively. Tagliaferri with Regneri. Hauser on the X. Garrett Kelly getting on the field, as is Will Emsing. Tagliaferri with a shot. Blocked. Pops free to Emsing. Rolls. Shoots. Save. That one pops up again. It'll be scooped again by Eddinghausen. Now it's Tagliaferri, the most outstanding player from the NCAA tournament. And now Regneri goes to work. Hands free. Shoots it and scores!
Who else to start off this game, Riley, would score that goal?
No one. Jack Regneri, the second he got that ball, he knew he wanted to get his hands free on the right and make the Bantams pay.
And pay they will. Back to the face-off. It's still Parker Merrill. I'm curious to see if Victor Salcedo will get any face-off time today.
Yeah, and for the Bantams and freshman Will Lavalley, there's really not a tougher opening draw you can have in your first career road game than Parker Merrill, who's now 2 for 2 on the day. This was one area where Trinity did have the advantage last year. They won the majority of the draws in the game between these two teams a year ago. But if they can't do that today, then they are in for a world of hurt. Jackson Ray onto the field for the first time today, as is Ethan O'Neill. And Chase Baer going to come in. Here he is. Rolls down the alley, jumps it off. Regneri, and a save there by Opdahl. Transition. Turnover quickly there from the Bantams. Michael Ayers flying up the field. Hauser skips it across, bounces it around. And scooped up there by the Bantams and Carter Barford. He sends it ahead. Trinity looking to go here with Bo Page. Running against Red down the alley, and he'll get to the X. And Trinity going to slow things down, get substitutions on the field as Davis Burleson holds it. Up top to Jake Connors. And now Cam Elantenti. Elantenti go to work. Flips it to the X. That one on the turf, picked up by the Bows, and Waldbaum going to look to run. Gemma's got a bunch of pulls going. Waldbaum whips it up top, Del Cristo. Spins right. Gets it back left and bounces it in.
Great shot there. Way to work that transition. Yeah, you can see one of the downfalls in that possession, the first possession by the Bantams, was their transition between their defense to their offense. You have to get those transitions down, and the Jumbos were able to capitalize on that one.
Well, you were mentioning it, Catherine. Would we see Victor Salcedo? He's out there now on the draw as the Jumbos look to make it 3 for 3. And Salcedo gets his first one cleanly. Hands it right off to Regneri, who can go to work. Around the Salcedo screen, hands free, pushed it wide. Really great screen there from Salcedo to free Rigneri, who just couldn't put it on frame. Hauser swings it around, Tagliaferri down on the X. Rigneri, who sees Garrett Kelly, instead skips it up top. Around it comes to Eddinghausen. Rolls, bounces the pass to Tagliaferri, gets it back. Swings around the horn. Hauser spins it right back to him. Hauser with the low scoop, back to Eddinghausen, extra pass. Tagliaferri forced to the X with 30 to shoot, inside feed, easy as you like.
Wow, Riley, 3 different types of shots in the span of just over 3 minutes. That shows you the depth that this Tufts Jumbos team has, and coming in, they are hungry.
They are, and that possession just so good with the passing. Every player almost playing hot potato with the ball in their stick. That one going to be controlled by Salcedo, despite the Bantam hold. And they're looking to run. Rigneri spin dodge, mercy, skip pass. Jumbo's just playing like they're on all-star mode. Hauser spins left and right. Up top to Emsing. And Catherine, for all you talked about Trinity seemingly wanting it more, that matters to a point, but if you got a team of 11 All-Americans who are bringing their all, it's not going to matter much.
Yeah, it really won't. As you can see right there, you can feel kind of some disappointment and loss of energy from the Bantams. I think it all comes down to the draw right now. They're playing the same way every single draw. They're playing against the same, they're facing off against the same man. They're really just winning it the same way. I think Trinity needs to step it up, either try somebody new, which does not look like they are doing right now, or try a different tactic for the face-off.
Well, one thing that I hadn't noticed, but they did make a slight goalie change for that possession. Davis Ike can come in. Saw one shot from Tagliaferri, saw it go through his legs, and back in comes Ogdahl. First draw win of the day for the Bantams. Jumbo's gonna bring their ride. Ogdahl dumps it off. Banford in some trouble. Bounces it away, that's a turnover. And the Jumbos are running with Ben Clark. Ayers, great trail check. Ball back on the turf, and the Bantams can look to run.
Tufts is hustling back to redefend this
Did a good
Bantams
job.
attack.
Forced Trinity to slow it down to the settled set. But if you're the Bantams, you have to get looks in the transition, because at this rate, who knows how many actual settled set offensive opportunities you're going to get the way the Jumbos are dominating on the face-off circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shot hit off a Jumbo helmet, and it looks like Ben Clark won the race. He did.
Yeah, they're playing a lot with the substitutions over here. Sometimes you just need to use that transition and man-up pattern that you have to score.
Pass tipped there, but it will end up in Rigneri's stick. Here he is, trying to get his hands free, skips it down low, and it's 5 already.
Wow, the Jumbos are on a roll. That one was a really good use of their depth of bench and the depth of players they have. Jack Rigneri was being doubled on the outside. I don't know if you caught that. And they just left that empty man wide open in the middle. Not something you can afford playing against this Tufts team who has so much talent. You can't just watch out for that one
Yeah,
that one player.
You speak about depth. That was Harrison Stockdale. He's on the third midfield unit for the Jumbos, and Jumbo's already rotating through each one of their midfield units with a goal already through 6 minutes of play. And Parker Merrill continues his perfect day on the dot as the Jumbos look to bring the hammer down. Ranieri splits two. Gets it back momentarily, but then loses it again. And the Bantams will look to run. Blaylock threw it out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity. They're going to say it was deflected. Trinity in a little bit of trouble here, but they're able to get it momentarily and just keep it in the offensive half. There is Burleson. Bantams yet to get a shot on goal. Burleson working against Del Cristo. Trailcheck gets a look, but couldn't get it past Garzone.
Garzone is making his presence known, although there not have been a lot of shots. He is on his toes, ready for any shot coming his way.
On the X now. Burleson against Del Cristo still. Skips it up top. O'Neal gets spun, recovers. Skip to the near side, low shot. Off the outside of the cage. Scooped up by the Bantams. Jumbo's caught out. But Waldbaum blows up the chance. Reset inside, feeds, skied. On the look for Burleson. 19 to shoot now for the Bantams. Spin shot, oh mercy, that's beautiful.
Yeah, great shot by the Bantams there.
And that's the sort of quality you're going to need to beat the Jumbos on a day like today.
I agree. Keeping the ball moving, not really letting them know your next move. Hopefully they can ride this extra energy and ride this positive and get another one.
Krikorian with the first of the day for the Bantams. Salcedo back on the dot for the Bows. 5-1 Tufts halfway through this first quarter. And Salcedo's going to win that forward. Dumps it off, extra pass down, low shot, and a goal. That took about 3 seconds.
All it takes is 3 seconds, Riley. That's important now and important later when Tufts will be down at some point. They have this talent, they have this capability to win the faceoff no matter what.
They do. Salcedo hobbled off a little bit there. It looks like he took the worst of that draw, but was still able to lead to that goal. Merrill back out on the dot now. And that one won for the Bantams by Lavalley. And Salcedo's something to watch because he is so good on the dot. Merrill 3 for 5 on the day. Salcedo 3 of 3. An offside that Trinity got away with there. Trinity has too many off, I believe. That's what the Jumbos bench is calling for, and they did turn it over. And the Jumbos are going to run. Stockdale swings it to Regneri. Pass was a good idea, but poor execution, and the Bantams recover. Ethan Long bringing it up where he was, and that has kind of been the name of the game for the Bantams so far.
Right there, that transition period, Riley, it'll get the best of you.
On the other hand, the Jumbos just casually flip it over to Tagliaferri. Regneri and Tagliaferri tried to run the old Michigan hidden ball play, but that was not the best execution.
Trinity playing a tighter defense, letting them make that mistake.
They've definitely collapsed it. Regneri skies that one. A little
Like a baseball home run.
Did look like a swing from Gittleman. Hauser going to work with Eddinghausen up top. Draws 2, swings it around the horn. Now it'll be M-Sync's turn to work. Spins back, faces up, rolls. Hauser, step down, snipes it.
What a beauty. They really hitting every single corner on that net right now. He got 5. I think we're just waiting on it between the legs.
Give it a couple minutes. I'm sure Ragnari's got that in his bag.
Absolutely. It's like a game of bingo.
It's a great metaphor, Catherine. It really is a game of bingo with this Jumbo's offense, and that's not just this game. That's really every day with this team. Merrill back out on the dot with Del Cristo and Tagliaferri. He's going to win that back to himself. Look to turn. Ragnari trying to get his hands free.
Great defense there.
Eddinghausen skips it to the X as the Jumbo substitute behind the play. Hauser lowers, fakes the shot. Draws 2. Up top here to Chase Bear. Calling out a play is the sophomore. Rolls left. Jackson Red. Skipped up top. Keogh down low. Off the crossbar. Rebound put in by Bo Keogh.
Tufts just started crawling closer and closer in the goal, and the Bantams really just let them until they were in front of them for the rebound.
And I think the shocking thing about this first quarter, Catherine, how is Jason Taro not taking a timeout?
Well, they are down by 7 right now. They haven't really changed up a lot either. Probably because they haven't taken a timeout. You got to give it to Will Lavallee right now. He's been putting his heart out there and winning some of these draws against the accredited Tufts Jumbos as a first year. He is
Fight
not
for
backing
this
down.
one. And I think he's going to win it. As, yeah, an infraction called there on Merrill. Lavallee the only one keeping the Bantams remotely in this game as they look to go in transition. And finally, Trinity will take the timeout. Maybe about 3 goals too late.
Yeah, you saw it coming though, Riley.
Well, you have to at this point because if you're giving up 8 goals in the span of 10 minutes, it means it's not just a talent thing. It means there's something with your system that is not working against this opponent, so you need to switch something out.
Yeah, being able to recognize that, not only just recognizing it, but adjusting properly, whether it's changing the way your defense is playing, changing some players around. Yeah.
And I would wonder, I mean, we saw Hamilton do this to such success in the NESCAC quarterfinal, if Trinity would think about moving to a zone here. It is in the past given this Jumbo's team, especially this current iteration with such individual talent and such athleticism, some trouble because unlike a man-to-man defense, you can't really outrun a zone.
Yeah, this is true. But you have to come to think, like, is this something that they've practiced before? Is this something that they can do? If you cannot execute the zone properly, if you have not had any time with it in practices, like, you're better off than man-on-man. Otherwise, you're just bodies on a field hoping to get in the way of one of the Tufts Jumbos. We'll see if they set up a attack over here, run a play. They have 70 seconds to make something happen in this first quarter. Try to bring the score up just a little bit.
A goal would be big for the Bantams just to kind of give them a sense of stability that they're still in this game, because this was a team that came off, well, it was a loss, a very impressive 15-16 loss to the 8th-ranked Bowdoin Polar Bears, which was considerably better than any result they have had against Bowdoin in this era of Jason Darrow. So they were feeling good about themselves coming in here, but a little bit shell-shocked right now. That one bounced wide. Will stay with the Bantams.
Tufts is not letting them anywhere near their goal right now. High press.
Krikorian swings it on the ground. O'Neal dives for it. And Garzone comes out of the cage to collect. And he'll look to run. How many goalies can do that? Garzone gets it trail checked out of him before the ball bounced forward and controlled by Finn O'Callahan.
Yeah, that's a pro to having a grad student on your team. They know they can do that. They know their skill. They stopped that play and almost got that turnover.
Colin Sullivan gonna turn to have a run here at San Frizzoli. Gets down the alley, has a look off the post, I believe. .51 still on the shot clock. Hard drive here by Page. Forced to turn by Wallbaum up top now. Harvey popped out of his stick, and that'll be Jumbo ball.
And just like that, Jumbos are taking it back on the attack.
Jumbos with their traditional clear attempt, swung to one side, worked up the other sideline, easy as you like. As Ethan O'Neill swings it up to Eddinghausen. Regneri in a lot of space here on the near side. Gonna slow things down, let the substitutions get on the field. Now it'll be Regneri's turn to go in ISO. Gets it back from Hauser, swings it to Kelly. Extra pass, Tagliaferri into the side netting.
You could see something a little bit different with their defense there, Riley. I don't know if you noticed. Just a little bit more attack-like.
Might have to do that, be a little more aggressive against this Jumbo's team. As out to chase there is Logan Lee. Still hounding him all the way. Reverse as he tried to roll the crease. Krikorian kept it. Jumbos fell down and a goal for Krikorian.
Connor Garzone not happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really be if you're Garzone. Elliot Rutherford just lost his footing, and it led Krikorian to roll the crease easy as he wanted and finish.
Yeah, that's not a shot the goalie likes to defend.
And interesting here, Eric Helgelson out on the draw for the Jumbo, so it seems as if Salcedo at least out for the time being. Wrestling on the floor for it. Jumbos wanted a hold. Had the ball momentarily, still have the ball. Helgelson gets run over. And eventually Michael Ayers scoops it and the Jumbos are going to run. Frizzoli down low. Jumbos wanted an offside call, didn't get it. Casey D'Onofrio screaming at the referee as Trinity looks to transition.
I'm surprised that a lot of whistles were not blown in the past 10 seconds.
I actually don't know if there's been a whistle blown at any point today.
Other than goals, not that I can point out.
Krikorian on the X. Trying to deal with Stockdale. Rutherford over on the slide. A minute to play here in the first quarter. Connors bounces it low. That shot went skyward. Wallbaum racing for it. Which way? It's going to stay with Trinity. The Jumbo fans over on the far side making their displeasure with that call known. Krikorian against Rutherford. Faces up on him. Spins back, tries to roll the crease. Falls down, that's a crease violation.
.36 seconds left, first quarter. Tufts looking to transition.
And that's a poor pass, but it'll get to Eddinghausen. He'll go to the X. 20 seconds to go. Hauser, back to Regneri. Up and under, scoops it wide. It'll stay with the Jumbos, 15 to go. Kelly flying onto the field, he'll get it with 10. Hauser skips it. Shot, score, Jack Rigneri. What a finish, and really, that is what this team has done so well. And they did it exactly like this at the end of the first quarter last weekend in New London. That time it was a goal with 1 second left in the quarter, but just when their opponent was starting to get the slightest sense of momentum, the Jumbos snuff it back out.
Yes, that's what they do best. 6 seconds left. Like we said earlier, 3 seconds can lead to a goal, all it takes.
Yeah, a clean draw win, and Parker Merrill's going to be flying here. Violation on Merrill as he was trying to do that. Instead, Trinity going to look to have a shot. Garzone with the save, and that's how the quarter ends. And Catherine, what a first quarter that was for the Bows.
Yeah, absolutely. 9-2, Bows are up first quarter. Like we were talking about before the game, high-scoring game, like we expected.
We're going to step aside, be back with you for the start of the second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Bellow Field. 9-2 Bows at the start of the second. And if you're this Trinity team, you've had 11 shots. The problem with that is you've only put 4 of those on Connor Garzone's cage.
Yeah, and making 2 of those. Garzone's a great goalie. He knows what he's doing. He's comfortable in the goal, but you're still able to slide some by him. That should give you hope as a Bantam.
It should. They definitely know that they can get back in games. They went down 2 goals to Bowdoin in the first quarter a week ago and were able to get themselves into a position where they had a 3-goal lead going into the fourth. So they were good in the middle quarters. If they could do it again, they can make this a game. But right now, their goal has to be just solid possessions, controlling the ball, and not letting Eric Helgeson do that.
Yeah, we haven't seen Helgeson on the draw very much, but he is proving his own right now.
Rigneri with the spin. Gonna shoot and score. A hat trick for Jack Rigneri.
15 seconds in to the second quarter.
Yeah, Jack Rigneri had 6 on opening day in New London, has 3 in 15 minutes here. I'm starting to think that the USILA knew what they were doing when they named him the preseason player of the year.
I would hope they know what they're doing, Riley.
Helgeson right back to the center circle. Fighting for it, a lot of contact, and a hold called against the Jumbos.
There's the whistle.
Yeah, that one, as much as the Jumbos want to argue it, pretty easy to see that Helgeson could do that. Rory McAloon in some trouble. Ball trailed. Knocked out there by Frizzoli. He's able to spin it ahead to Del Cristo. Kicked forward. Jumbo's wanted an offside call. Didn't get it. Del Cristo somehow able to save that pass. Skips it down low. Hauser denied.
Great save there. I thought the goalie was his defender at first before seeing his stick.
Great play there by Ogdahl, who's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game. Krikorian swings it to Page, back to Krikorian. Those two have really been the only sources of offense for Trinity today. Ellen Tenney down low, feed bounced in underneath Garzone. And that one is Page.
Yeah, great look. Moving it around, although they are the two making the plays happen on for the Bantams. There's not a lot of movement down there for the attack. Tufts doesn't get confused easily, but when they do, you can score on plays like those.
Merrill back out to the dot as the sun continues to come out a little bit more by the second here on Bello. Merrill seemingly in a headlock, trying to get that one. It's going to come free for Logan Lee. Can the pole shoot it? No. Instead, he'll dump it off. Regneri's pass hit the turf. Hauser scooped it, got held, and a timeout called by Casey D'Onofrio.
Good use of a timeout, I'd say. That's not something you want to let your players struggle through, especially when there's no need.
Exactly, and that's something that Casey D'Onofrio loves to use his timeouts on. We've seen the traditional kind of lacrosse play with the timeouts is your team gives up a run, you call a timeout. Casey D'Onofrio almost seems unwilling at times to do that when his team's struggling. He kind of loves to see them struggle and try and figure it out on their own. He wants them to have to kind of build, learn to deal with difficulties because, as he talked about in his preseason preview, that's how they got a national championship last year. It wasn't by cruising through the regular season like they did 2 years ago, getting to the national championship undefeated. It was with some tough losses to RIT, to Wesleyan, to Hamilton in the NESCAC quarterfinal. But those losses built the team so they were ready for a run in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, as most of these guys are returners from last year, they still have that in their back pocket, and I wonder what the season's going to look like with them thinking about that, wanting to improve on their struggles from last year. Will this be one of a struggled through but perfect season for them?
Very well could be. That is just, it's so crazy to look out on this field and see the 9 on the field be the 9 starters from a national championship team.
They have some very good talent on this team, and they continue to build it up with freshmen coming in.
Tagliaferri on the X. That's not normal. And a turnover there. And the Bantams are going to look to run. Kakarian. Dumps it to Page on the X. Skipped up top. Step down. Swung wide. And Walbaum won the race. The hustle play from the All-American. Kelly just sliding around this Bantam's ride. And now the Bows are going to look to go. Kelly. Still going and all the way through.
What a play from the defensive and all the way to the attacking end without really much help. I was looking over here, I thought someone had called the whistle. Nobody was moving.
Yeah, they just said, all right, we got Garrett Kelly. What you got?
A goal. We've got a goal. Tufts has a goal now up 11-3 halfway through the second quarter.
Jumbos, well, they're pushing the pace early on. The record for goals in an SCAC game they have in their program history is 32 scored here against Bates 3 years ago. They're on pace to break it so far. Merrill looking to run. Eddinghausen spins back. And now they'll slow it down, allow the substitutions to be made. Keogh and Red gonna get on the field as Eddinghausen cuts through, gets his hands free, and sails it. We started on the X with Brooks Hauser. Ragnari just seems content to slow things down. Let the play get settled, and now they're going to go. Hauser up top. Regneri around the horn. Jackson Red up top. Regneri draws 2. Now it's Bear with 30 to shoot. Inside jump shot. Bounced. It'll be a reset, but not before the Bantams get the ball. And they're going to look to run. Scooped up here by Gibbs. Long ahead. Step down. Hit off a shoe of wall bomb. Page able to scoop it up for the Bantams. Kakarian and Page. As the Bantams look to get set up. Get their substitutions on the field. Harvey with Ethan O'Neill out to chase him. Tries to get down the alley. O'Neill with him stride for stride. Bounced up top. Sullivan shoots it. And it gets into the corner of the cage.
That was some good offense. They didn't stop their feet once.
And that really has been the story for Trinity. When they're moving offensively, they're getting good looks. When they get stationary, stagnant, they just can't break this Jumbo's D.
Yeah, but they can't keep that up forever. That's where Tufts comes in with their bench. We have yet to see a lot of the Bantams bench coming in for this attack.
Well, I think that's definitely a factor. I just wonder how you can't really make your bench come in when you've only had 6 or 7 offensive possessions on the day. And that just goes back to the draw as the Jumbos finally, with some difficulty, will win another one.
Almost had an own goal there.
Yeah, a little bit careless, but they are able to grab the face-off. And Michael Ayers will take it across the timeline. Chase Bear gets held, but no whistle. Ettinghausen draws the double. KO and Red joining the attack. Ettinghausen going to work. Tempted to play it to the X, but that picked off. And the Bantams will look to start the clear. Jumbos with their full ride ready, and Regneri blows it up. Hauser now looking to go. Inside feed. Ettinghausen went down, and a turnover.
Wow, what a play there. You just got to keep your head on a swivel.
I knew Jack Regneri could do everything with the ball in his stick, but that's a new one.
What it need? Maybe you could play some defense too.
And if you're Trinity, that's just going to put a little bit more fear into the heart of your D-poles as you're trying to clear against this Jumbo's ride. Trying to just solo it there is Sullivan. And I guess that's one way to beat a ride. Harvey going to slow things down as the Jumbo's going to chase the ball with 2. Denolfo having a conversation with the side official about a ward.
I was wondering about that same thing too, Riley. Typically, it's more seen in women's lacrosse.
Bounced in by Page, and the Bantams are starting to figure it out.
Yeah, they're starting to read this tough defense and honestly the attack. That good read to intercept the pass down at the other end. Kind of gave them some more energy, let them bring the ball back up the field, and ultimately score this goal.
Bantams now winning the quarter 3-2, have scored the last 3 in succession. As Parker Merrill back out on the dot.
Yeah, same matchup with Lavalley for the Bantams.
Helgeson will scoop it. Gets hacked, but still keeps the ball. Decides to go backwards. And the Jumbos will have to deal with the Bantam ride. Wallbomb in some trouble. And a really smart play on the far side by Brooks Hauser to stay back, prevent the offside. Tagliaferri Just dancing up top. Takes the hit. Works it to the X now. Regneri. Hauser skips it. Kelly down low. GLE. Tagliaferri faces up on the X. Emsing's turn. Skips it. And a shot on a good idea. He's sailed from Tagliaferri.
Bantam's getting a little bit more aggressive here.
Regneri with 20. Now Kelly. Back to the X. Swung up top. Step down wide. And Tagliaferri had to do a somersault to avoid getting nailed by Brooks Hauser.
He looked like that secret spy from the kids' movies.
10 to shoot. Hauser behind the back. Kelly, extra feed. Enninghausen step down, shoots it wide. Did not clip the cage. And the Jumbos seemed content for a Gilman. They will, and set up the run. Jumbos with a full ride set here. As Trinity looks to try and deal with it. Shuttle. Trying to face up on Regneri. Jumbo's going to use the sideline as an extra defender and force the giveaway. Regneri with some space. Steps into it and sails it wide.
They just keep shooting, Riley, and nothing's falling.
They do, but they haven't gotten great looks here in the second quarter. It's been a lot of shots from the perimeter. Hauser. Draws two. Emsing with the drop step. Back around the top it goes. Regneri with the fake, gets his hands free. Come on!
Wow, diving shot. He looked to looked around like he was expecting a call or something, but the only call he made was goal for Tufts.
Jack Regneri with that little fake did so much. Drew two to him. Opened up the alley for him to just step into. And that's all someone of his caliber needs.
Yeah, absolutely. We're set up for another draw as some Bantams rush off the field.
I think that is the first real major substitution of the day for the Bantams. And it oddly comes on the defensive end.
Yeah, most of their defense just hopped out.
Parker Merrill looks to have won that draw. Then spinned and gave it away. Page down low, feed, shot, and wide. A whistle blew. It'll stay with the Bantams.
Tufts seems to just be caught off guard almost.
Jumbo's bench upset about something. Can't quite tell you what. As Krikorian takes it to the X. Working against Stockdale. Up top now, that's on the turf. Kicked ahead, nice play there. With the heads up from Sullivan to kick it to Harvey. Ellen Tenney. Down the alley. Dumped to Sullivan on the GLE. 30 to shoot now for the Bantams. Defense all the way up to the draw circle. Clark doing a good job on Ellen Tenney. Now, it'll be on the far side with Otramanelli wide. Kakarian. Low shot. Sent all the way up. Halfway into orbit. And it stayed in the field of play. Garzone looking to trigger the transition. Frizzoli. Hauser now. Ayers with a step down. And it got blocked. The Bows will win possession.
Good hustle there.
But a really good job in transition defensively from the Bantams to get in front of that Michael Air shot. Lewis Timmons on the attack for the first time today, along with Keogh. Hauser. Back to Rigneri. Extra feed. Skipped. Looked like it was deflected. It'll stay with the Bows. .40 to shoot for Tufts. Eddinghausen. Extra pass. That one sniped in. Make it 5 for Jack.
With 5 minutes left, first half. Wow. No words. Almost there to his 6 goals from last game. See if he can top that. He definitely is on track to.
And this offense just clicking. 13 in the first 25 minutes of this one today.
Yeah, their offense is on fire right now. They clearly have spent some time with each other all last season, all in the off season. They know how each other works.
Merrill with a clean draw win. Or what a bad till he got run over. And that's going to be an infraction. Trinity now trying to block the quick restart. O'Neal going to go. Trinity in trouble here. KO swings it GLE. Eddinghausen skips it. Up top. Who else but Jack Rigneri? Skip pass, bounce through. Keogh will save it. Now Eddinghausen here on the near side. 4 minutes to go in the half. Gets it back. In some trouble now. And I believe a ward called, or no, going to be a timeout. Wisely taken once again by Casey D'Onofrio.
Sensing a pattern here with the first 2 timeouts called by Tufts.
Yeah, both of them have been really well taken timeouts from Casey D'Onofrio, but it is interesting that the Jumbos really, their one area of struggle today has been getting themselves into unnecessary positions with the ball in their stick. I'm thinking that one there, the other time Casey D'Onofrio had to call a timeout when Connor Garzone decided to go on his little journey to Neverland.
Yeah, but again, like we were saying, with the experience that Garzone has, he can really do what he wants on the field.
And I guess the question really becomes with this Jumbos team, what do you do in a game like this? If it's going to be such a lopsided game, how do you use it as an opportunity to try new things, get yourself ready? Because you got the Mustang Classic next weekend, Hamilton and RIT, rematch of that national title game. Should be a great one. And then, of course, the heart of the NESCAC schedule after spring break. So you have to have a team that is able to play like this, not just for 27 minutes, but for 60.
Yeah, and they've been doing a really good job of putting a lot of different players in. Most of their bench has been in this game and gotten good time and got good looks. I hope Casey D'Onofrio keeps that up, keeps the subbing up, and as the win comes in, we'll see if the Jumbos will finish on this possession.
Well, this is a new look. Lewis Timmons on the X. Don't think I've seen that in his 4 years here.
Lots of people trying new things, Riley.
Eddinghausen with 20. Hauser skips it. Step down, Kramer wide. It'll stay with the Bows, 15 to shoot. And it will be, I believe, a fresh 60. No, they're going to stay. It stays at 15. Timmons up top. Inside, Rigneri reverses. Mercy if that had gone in. Timmons with 8. Kramer calling for it. He's going to get it. Steps down. Scoops it wide. We'll see what the Jumbos do here. 4 seconds. Enough time to get one more look. Timmons. And it'll be a turnover. Bantam's looking to go. Instead, they'll have to go back. Ogdahl splits the entire Jumbo defense up to McAloon, who has space and shoots, and is going to want that chance back.
Yeah, that you gotta put a fake in there. The goalie knows where you're going. You're looking where you're going.
And offside, I believe, called on the Bantams. It is. They had too many across the timeline. And then a flag for a delay of game. Jumbo's going to go man up momentarily, but they might not wait. For Zoli. To Regneri, and the Jumbos can, in effect, get 2 free offensive possessions here.
And they will.
Making their offensive substitutions. Emsing takes the ball. Dumps it to the GLE. Tagliaferri works it back. Up and under. Emsing shoots and scores.
Couldn't really see the shot there, but it sounds like it was a really pretty one there.
Just a great finish from Will Emsing. Got his hands free. Beat the goalie to the near side. And the Jumbos have pushed the lead to 9. And all smiles here on the Jumbo bench. We'll try and get information for you on what that flag was for. It will obviously be waved off because the Jumbos scored. Helgeson fighting for it. Berzoli gets in there. And scooped up by the Bantams. J.D. Landstrom gets it up top to Otromanelli. Connors now, who has been so quiet today. Facing up against the Jumbos deep hole. This time, Braden Bear, their transfer from Utah. That one up top here. Bantams looking to get a free look. 40 to shoot. Back to Connors. Panagopoulos on him now. Connors spins back right. Bounces a tough shot. Garzone with a save. Controlled by the Bantams on the rebound. Garzone has to scramble back to his cage. 9-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Step down full for Zoli. Otromanelli. GLE now. And Burleson. Page looking to go. Back to Burleson. Got a man hung up as he just waits on the X for a cutter. Inside feed, step down. Connors denied by Garzone. Another chance. This time finished by Otromanelli.
Yeah, the Bantams clearly do not give up, Riley. You got to be there for the rebound. The Tufts attack has been doing a great job of it, and the Bantams attack has been doing a great job at it. If either team defense can step up, they might have a chance. Most of these goals have been scored off of rebounds.
Trinity especially had 4 chances in that possession. And if you give a team as talented offensively as the Bantams that many chances, odds are they're going to put one away.
And they did, bringing it 14-6 with 33 seconds left until halftime.
Helgeson trying to fight for it. He goes down. Bantams come up with the ball. Casey Adolfo screaming. Trinity looking to hold for the last chance of the half. Jumbo's bench going to make some noise. 15 to go in the first. Miles Harvey with it. Forced to the alley. Skips it near side to Page with 10. Back to
magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. let you know you're so hypnotic, magical. You're so hypnotic, magical.
Welcome back to Bows v Bantams on Bello. Riley Daniel here with Catherine Burns. Bell ready to go on what can only be described as a very pleasant March afternoon.
Yeah, the sun, I will say, is really nice. The wind in our wind advisory, it's making it hard.
Yeah,
But the players are feeling it too.
winds of 25 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to 50 today. You know, typical March weather on Bello Field as our director, Sophia Kahn, is embracing the weather with her Philadelphia gusto.
Absolutely. Tune in to our Instagram story at Tufts JumboCast actually to see her in her bundle of warmth.
Yeah, having a grand old time out here. Speaking of tuning in, we'll mention it again, but 5:15 tonight, inside College Gymnasium, where it'll be about 50 degrees warmer than out here. It'll be the round of 32 game. Jumbos and the University of Redlands out in California will square off for a spot in the Sweet 16. Squaring off here, it'll be Parker Merrill back out on the dot against Will Lavallee to start the second half. Merrill knocks it back. Goes down and a clean scoop. Grabbed by the Bantams. And as usual, the Jumbos bench not happy about it.
Talking to the refs.
D'Onofrio hasn't really stopped. He's had some problems with the referees off of faceoffs pretty much all day. And they're gonna...
The Bantams are starting to get more aggressive and, you know, starting to win a few more. And I think that's where the Jumbos start to raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, the physicality on faceoffs has definitely gone up. Jumbos seem to be in a bit of a zone here to start the second half. Ellen Tenney works it around. Skip down low, step down. Was that in?
That was in, Riley.
Wow. What a shot.
Jumbo's sideline a little bit confused.
Well, it popped out so strongly that I think they had the same question I did, which was, did that actually go into the net? But a very clear call from the referees that hit the net and then popped back out just due to the force of that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Bantam stepping up, and I don't know if that new defense is working quite as well as they had wanted.
Not a great first possession for the zone. And a immediate infraction on the draw for the Bantams. So whatever Danolfo mentioned seemingly worked.
Well, I think he was talking more about the physicality. That seemed to be just like a jump of the gun.
Tagliaferri calling out a play. Regneri, he wants to go. He wants 6. Give and go with Hauser. Now Kelly comes to collect. Face dodge, rolls to the X. Kelly on the GLE. Spins left, spins right, nowhere to go. Back from Hauser, Kelly. Regneri, make it 6!
Tied his goals from last week.
He did tie his goal number from the home opener. Jack Regneri just continues his electric start to the season. 12 goals already. And just what a start to the year for the junior.
We've got a new Bantam on the faceoff here. It is now Owen Johnson, I believe. This is the first switch up I think the Bantams had done for the faceoff. I wonder why.
I don't know, but Helgeson wins that one pretty cleanly. Regneri works it down low, and Hauser just pushes it wide.
Looks like they're going for the bingo to get the one in between the legs.
They might be. Can tell you that his Jack Regneri's career high is 6.
In a
goals
game?
in a game. He has now done it in back-to-back games, though I have a feeling he's not going to be content with just 6.
No, especially with the full time he has left.
And I do have to mention this because it is becoming a factor. The program record for goals in a game by a player is 9. Regneri shoots it, and a big-time save there by Opdahl. Backdoor feed. Emsing scores, and the Jumbo's offense just keeps on chugging.
Yeah, it seems if / when they get the ball down in their attacking half, all bets are off. Chances are they're going to score.
That does feel like a safe assumption most days.
Will Lavely back on the face-off. He seems to have found his rhythm with this Tufts Jumbos.
Not that time, though. Helgeson is going to get it, or was. Ran into Rizzoli. All sorts of tie-ups. This time the flags come flying. Jumbo's going to go man up momentarily.
Second flag down as well.
I actually think it was both referees calling the same thing.
They threw them at 2 different times. I thought they were looking at 2 separate things.
We'll see momentarily. Jumbos might not wait. Regneri stepped down. Almost had 7. In fact, did that? Jumbos are claiming that crossed the line.
I couldn't quite see an angle from here. The refs are coming over.
Regneri wants it. Dinolfo being told no. And it'll be a 30-second technical holds called on Ethan Long. Dinolfo asking how is not a goal. Dinolfo still arguing. He wants the referees to discuss it, and they will.
2 refs talking it over right now.
Waiting for an explanation here.
Arguing that it should have been a goal, that it went in. Although, at least where I'm standing, my depth perception did not catch that.
I do think it crossed the line, but I think that was well after they had blown the play dead. The Jumbos not going to get their way, but they will be man up. Around to Rigneri. Gets it right back. Step down. This time he gets 7.
Same shot, Riley. This time straight in. No bobble by the goalie.
Well, it took an extra 16 seconds, but the Jumbos got to 17. Jack Rigneri gets to 7, and the lead pushed to double digits.
Yeah, 10-point lead by the Jumbos. Wondering if we're going to see some more players from the bench coming in now that we've hit that double-digit lead.
And I love Will Empsing as he comes to the bench, asking the assistant coaches, can we stop scoring now?
Great question.
Merrill back out on the draw. And he's going to get to that one first. Garzone going to look to spring the offense. And a penalty behind the play on the Bantams, who are really imploding upon themselves.
And another flag thrown further down the field.
Jumbos might go 2-man up here. Rigneri spins, shoot! Mercy!
What a shot. Perfect riser at the top. Couldn't even see that ball in the air. It was going so fast. Look at each other.
Rigneri.
No one can quite believe this is happening. You said the most goals scored by one player in one game was 9, right, Riley?
In program history, the record is 9. Jack Rigneri 1 away with 26 to go.
Both of the flags are going to be disregarded as Jack Rigneri scored that goal.
And I mean, just what a individual performance from Rigneri, who is now outscoring the Bantams by himself on the day. Merrill kicks that draw all the way back to Garzone.
He has really been a saving grace back there, Garzone.
Well,
Always a pass outlet.
Actually, it is not Garzone anymore. It's Ben Friedman in net now. Jumbos, after that last goal, made a goalie change.
That is news to me, but also showing his comfort in the goal and out of the goal, being an outlet for these Jumbos.
Here is the magic man, Rigneri. Waiting for some substitutions. Ettinghausen. Hauser. Ettinghausen tried to step down. Couldn't draw it cleanly. Ball back on the turf. Sent forward, but given away. Panagopoulos to Rigneri. 25 to shoot. Rigneri wants a screen, not getting it. Ettinghausen. Hauser with 15 to shoot. Sky and wide into the back net. It'll stay with the Bows with 8 to shoot. Keogh. Rigneri with 5. Inside, feed behind the back. You almost got it, Catherine. And
they are just having fun on this field.
They are. A possession violation there on the Bows, and they'll get the full ride going here. Ogdahl.
No pressure.
No pressure on him.
As he makes it almost halfway up the field.
And then immediately gives it away. Jumbo's looking to go. Logan Lee behind the back to Michael Ayers, who spins. Trail check. Ayers goes down, ball goes down. Bantams come away with it, or they did, until it hit the floor again. And eventually, it'll be scooped up by Ethan O'Neill. Regneri.
What a redefend there.
Down low. Come on! 8 goals, 2 assists, 10 points for Jack Regneri.
Yeah, both players looking great. Yeah, and Jordan Ofal, the goalie for the Bantams, is a really good goalie. It's not showing in this game, but you know, the fact that these Jumbos are able to score so many on him in such creative ways. Yeah, just what we've been talking about all game, the depth of these tough Jumbos and how many and how frequently they can score.
Yeah, it really isn't showing, but O'Dahl has had a pretty good game. He's just faced 45 shots.
Yeah, with 45 shots, letting in only 19.
Eventually some movement. Ball goes skyward, no one can find it. Still on the turf. Men go flying, and an infraction called on the Jumbos for the slash. But the Jumbos, despite being up 19-7, are just outworking the Bantams, who call a timeout to save the turnover.
Yeah, great timeout call. And as we were talking about Jordan Opthal, he was the preseason All-American. And like I was saying before, that really hasn't shown against the amount of shots and creativity of these shots of the Jumbos.
Yeah, once again, Regneri with 8 on the day. We're going to step aside, be back with you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here. Trinity Ball looking to get themselves something offensively, as they have really struggled in this third quarter after somewhat establishing themselves back in the game in the second. It's been all Jumbos, 5-1 in the quarter. Jack Regneri with 4 goals and an assist here in this third.
Yeah, with the Bantams not letting off the gas, they are playing as aggressive as ever. Only some of those now being called for various things.
Connors going to work. Swung to the GLE. Hands free. Instead he slides it. Shot, score. Low high finished by Otramanelli.
Crazy angle there. I don't think he could even see the goal from where he was because his defender was right there. Wrapped around. Top corner. What a beautiful shot.
Eric Helgeson back out there on the draw.
He really has been doing very well today, Riley. I wonder if they're going to keep him there. He is a junior, I believe, but he hasn't seen much time as a Fogo.
It's tough to do so when you're behind 2 All-American caliber players in Parker Merrill and Victor Salcedo.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Salcedo out here other than those first few draws after he ran off with a bit of a limp.
Ball still on the ground. And Frizzoli will scoop it. Anninghausen gets tripped up. Ball on the turf, and the Bantams have it. And they're going to look to go. Clear for Trinity by Henry Shuttle. Page gets it to Connors, and the Bantams will get into their offensive set. Just walking up there, facing off against Stockdale. Skips it GLE. Picked off by Waldbaum, who spins and gives it to Michael Ayers. Ayers gonna fly up the field now. Eddinghausen draws two. Ragneri, step down off the crossbar. Whew. An inch from the record.
I would not want to be in front of that shot, Riley.
But what are you doing if you're the Phantoms? You can't give him that much space.
No, he was all alone on that left side. They were focused on the other great players on the other side, as I believe they were double teaming.
They were double teaming Max Eddinghausen, and you just can't double team any of these jumbos because there's just so much talent everywhere on this field. Ragneri, open again, up and under, shoots, denied this time by Ogdell. Ragneri catches and gets 9. Jack Ragneri ties the program record.
There he is. Do you think he knows?
I don't know if he knows. The bench surely knows. They've been talking about it for the last couple minutes. The question is, can he get to 10, become the first ever jumbo to score double-digit goals in the same game? Well, actually, I don't think he's going to because the offensive unit just came off.
But they have 6 minutes left in this quarter and another 15 minutes left in the next quarter.
They do, but I wonder if that might have been the curtain call for them, if they were just working to get Ragneri to that record. A fresh offensive unit for the Bows. Max Melton, Joey Kraft on the field, as well as Callum Wood. Here's Melton. Up top to Kraft. Melton, little show and go, works it to the X and Callum Wood. Skipped up top to Kraft. Wood inside, missed everyone through. Kraft worked it to Melton, and he just missed the high-low.
Did you see that behind the back pass, Riley? That was beautiful.
I did, but only for a split sec.
He knew exactly where his players were.
Melton draws the double, skips it. Kraft stepped down wide. $18 to shoot. Timmons. Up top, a little high. Kraft's going to be able to save it, but he's got 10 to work with.
The bench counting him down.
Melton with 5. Works it to the X. Inside, jump shot. Oh, come on!
Just under the wire there. Above the goalie's head. I didn't see that one coming, Riley, did you?
I didn't. I thought they were just going to take the Gilman, but the Jumbos do not mess around. They have 21 on the Bantams through 40 minutes.
Yeah. That's what you call being in the right place at the right time. He was straight in front of that goalie. Nobody on him.
And such just awareness from Lewis Timmons, the senior. Realizes Wood has the ball in the X with 3 seconds left. He's not going to be able to get around and get a look. I have to get myself open, and I'm going to use my 6-foot frame to do it.
And he did.
Draw one there by the Bantams. And then turned over. And the Jumbos get the ball. Elgusine to look to go. Referee going to stop play. And I'm not quite sure what the call is here.
Looks like the Bantams will have the ball now.
That's intriguing. I don't quite know what the call was. Jumbos thought they were going offensive. They're making offensive substitutions. And I think they would be giving the ball now. They just had to bring it back to the point of the infraction.
There it is.
And the offense will get settled once again. Chase Bear. To the Exton Wood. Now Keogh. Around the horn it goes. Near side, Peter Kramer. Off the outside of the post. Shot clock did not reset here. Wood. Melton up and under. Spins back. Skips it through everyone. Kraft able to save it. Now Kramer. 1-2. Extra pass blown up. It'll stay with the Bows. 25 to shoot. Keogh with a head of steam. Gets it right back. Around it goes. Bear. Shot blocked. Into the body. Jumbo's get it with 10. Turned over. Before giving right back. Great play from the Bows. Rutherford picked it off, and the Jumbos will look to go again. Keogh. Extra pass. Wood. Off the frame. Rebound on the floor. And Wood's going to get told he cannot pile drive someone into the Bellow turf.
No, there are a lot of things that fly in men's lacrosse, but that is not one of them.
Bo Page coming the other way for the Bantams. Trinity going to slow things down. Conley Bowen with it now. Spins. Gets a man down. Shoots off the outside of the cage. It'll stay with Trinity. On the X now is Krikorian, whose name I have not said at any point in this second half. As the Bantams throw it away once again. Jumbo's trying to go fast. And Clark can help them with that. Couple long pulls in the offensive zone here. As Melton slows things down. Red swings it wide. Gets it back. Little two-man game. Wood up top. Melton step down off the outside of the post. Comes all the way through. Picked up by the Bantams, who are going to look to go in transition. Jumbo's caught out. Step down. Bounced wide. Jumbo ball.
Fast-paced game right now, even with 1:30 left in the third.
Friedman just dropped a defender before getting it ahead. Melton has Timmons coming hard. Sees him. Skips a pass, looking for a cutting Wood, but could not find him. And that'll be a turnover. The substitution box looks like a line at the airport. People just coming in and out as both teams getting new faces on the field. Offside on the Bantams as the chaos not working in their favor.
No, not at all. Jumbo seem to thrive in the chaos.
Melton up top. Stockdale swings it around. Wood, hands-free reverse shot, and a big-time save by Ogdahl. Almost gave it away, did Ogdahl. As the Phantoms can hold for the last shot if they decide to. Harvey just bounces it. Wasn't scooped up, and Stockdale just blew it up.
That's the second time they've done a pass like that. Maybe it works against other teams, but Tufts will make you pay for that.
Work to the X now with 10. Step down, swung wide. Jumbos should be able to just work this out. 3, 2, 1, and that, with 0.6 of a second, a hold called. D'Onofrio not happy with his team. A shot will end the third quarter. We go to the fourth. Jumbos in control, up 21-8. Welcome back here to Bello. All Jumbos all day here, 21-8 as we start the fourth. And it looks like the starters done for today for Casey D'Onofrio's squad. After putting on quite a performance, Jack Rigneri, the highlight among it, 9 goals, 2 assists, tying the program record for goals in a game.
And I think he will keep it that way. Starting lineup is currently on the bench.
Helgeson, all the way through, and scores!
Full steam ahead, Riley. There is no letting off this gas. 21-8. Wow.
Yeah, you almost feel bad at a point. Like, most teams, they get up big, they kind of let off the gas. The Jumbos, they got so many on this team, and there is no drop-off from the first unit to the second unit to the third unit. You're stuck playing against the best for 60 minutes.
Absolutely, and they will play their best for 60 minutes. That's the way they've been coached by Casey D'Onofrio. They will give their all for all minutes of the game, no matter who they are.
Lucas De La Paz now out on the draw for the Jumbos.
That's a new face.
Given away once again from the Bantams, their 20th turnover, and then a crazy check, and the Jumbos could not keep it in play. Good effort from Kai Solomon, but he couldn't quite tread the out-of-bounds line. Bantams still do have the majority of their starters in.
Yeah, they need some more gas.
Trail check, perfect.
Wow.
Absolutely perfect there from Davis Owens, the first year.
That's a name I bet we will be hearing more of throughout the season.
Inside feed wide. Jumbo screaming that there should have been an offside on the Bantams. Play gonna restart here. Jackson Red will come collect up top. Around the horn it goes. Spire going to work. Spins back. Gets his hands free, spins it wide. .35 to shoot for the Bows. Melton with a head of steam. Tries to roll the crease. Nothing there. Up top to Red now. Draws 2, works at GLE. Extra pass. Melton forced to spin it back. There with 20. Gets a step. Inside feed. Red catches. Bounces it in.
There it is. They are shooting high and low. The goalie just, you don't know what to expect. It's hard to defend, especially when it's coming at you from 2 feet away, unguarded.
This almost just feels inhumane, Catherine.
Yeah, 23-8. Not a score you see all the time.
23-8, not a score you see very often, if ever. And the crazy thing about it is, it was 14-7. Halfway through that third quarter. And then Jack Ragnari just said, "This is my ball game."
Yeah, incredible player.
Chase Spire on the assist there for the Jackson Red goal. Melton inside, no look, goal! Wow, being blown up from Joey Kraft.
I got no words, Riley. That was, again, what, 5 seconds?
I don't even think that. I could barely see it. Denolfo still screaming that there should have been a flag as Kraft took a hit high, but he didn't care. He finished anyway.
These kids are tough.
And a call from the bench, maybe about a defensive change strategically for Trinity to maybe just prevent this from getting worse. Jumbos win another draw. Ball still on the turf. Full out ride, despite being up 16. Ogdahl. Still walking with it. And just hands it right back to the Bows. Jumbo's running again. Melton. Inside feed, tip to Kraft, who gets a look and bounces it just over. Restarted to Melton. Hadwood decides not to go there. Instead, it'll be Timmons up top. Bocchio now on the field. He'll come to collect up top. Gives it right back to Melton. Swings it to the X. Around it goes. Kramer on the X. Kraft. Now Melton with 20 to shoot. Works in. Tried to pass it, but given away. Jumbos with a full out ride once again. Harvey works it back. And a successful clear for the Bantams. Alenteni. Jumbo's just hounding him as Owens once again providing the defensive pressure. A shot will be corralled there by Friedman on the ground. Cause Connors to fall down before dumping it ahead. Wood now. Gonna use the pole as a screen. Dumps it to the other pole, Rutherford. Hands it off here to Melton. 10 minutes to play. Kramer slams on the brakes. Ryan Smith now. Draws 2, spins back. Kramer high. Ryan Smith around to Timmons. 20 to shoot. Ryan Smith. Kramer. Gonna go around the X with 10. Inside feed. And easy as you liked. Finished by Joey Kraft. And for the 26th time in program history, the Jumbos hit 25 on the day.
Easy money. I don't know if you noticed, Riley, but they have a new goalie for Tufts, Jack Old, the freshman. I know we were commenting earlier as they were warming up the amount of goalies that were warming up, but they have put them to good use. This is, I believe, the third goalie in for the Jumbos.
A new goalie in and a new Fogo on the draw. It'll be Chris Setsikos for the Bows. And he's going to win his first one. Jumbos have a lot of everything right now. Nothing more than goals, though.
25-8 is a brutal score.
Fire. Rolls the crease, but couldn't quite get it in. Jackson Red trying to keep the ball in play, but it's shepherded out nicely by the Bantams. Trinity trying to clear. Get it ahead here. Connor's going to work against Kai Solomon. Still running in Solomon. Help comes on the slide. Now it will be Burleson. Gives it right back to Connors. Skip pass behind his man. And it will be Jumbo ball. And they're going to run. Because that's what they do always. Couple pulls up offensively. Wood spins them off. Rolls GLE down low and a play blown up on a good look there for Noah Minkwitz, the freshman midfielder. Ryan Smith, Kramer, and Kraft the midfield. Kramer. Looks to roll the crease, nothing there. Dumps it off, Kraft, step down, Ryan Smith. And a big-time body block from the Bantams. Timmons now. Spins right. Up top, missed everyone. Kramer will go run it down. 25 to shoot. Kramer gets a step. Works it to the X. Melton. 10 to shoot. Ryan Smith down the alley. Kramer. Spins back. Draws 2. 3. And that'll be a turnover. Bantam's going to bring the quick clear as the Jumbos set up the ride. Up the middle. Tried to just run through the Jumbos. And that is some big-time body strength from Colin Sullivan.
He has been doing that all game, and it has worked.
Step down denied by the freshman. And the Jumbos were running until that was picked off. Inside feed. And the freshman with the save. Times 2!
Man down on the field.
We're going to step aside momentarily. Welcome back here to Bello. Good sign there as Braun Lip able to get off with a jog on his own feet.
Yeah, we like to see that. That was scary when it went down. While we were off, though, goalie switch is now Will Anderson in goal after the fantastic saves by the freshman previous.
Successful clear for the Bows, who continue to make me look through my dictionary and check to make sure I know every number on this roster. Blake Washburn on the field, as well as Bo Ryan. And now Henry Tweedy, the freshman, wearing Kevin Christmas's old number with the ball in his stick. Drew Hagen with the shot. Almost bounced it on the second chance.
That would have been the second of the game.
Step down. Hit the cage. And Anderson gets lucky. Kind of surprised, even at this point, Trinity still has their starters in. Kakarian's pass picked off. Second chance grabbed. Award not called from Automanelli. And a timeout call by Trinity. Maybe they will finally pull the starters.
Maybe they will. We will see. But yeah, that's a good point you bring up. Down 25-8, and your starters are in. What's the thought process there?
I don't know. I mean, I get keeping your starters in for a point, right? Like, you want to get them better. You want them to get chances to work with each other. You don't pull them as soon as the leading team pulls their starters in a blowout.
Absolutely.
But at 25-8, a 17-point game with 5 minutes to go, the risk reward just is not there.
Especially in a game where these, second team players, they're playing at their all. They're playing as if they are the first team. They're playing at the skill level of the first team. They're not letting up the gas, and
that's definitely something. And I think also one thing you always see when you have this rotation in a squad that's up big is when those second and third team players come in and get their rare chances, they're not going to hold back like the starters might up 17. They will lay you out if you give them a chance.
Yes, and they are getting the chance right now. It looks like Trinity's going to keep most of their starters in.
That is shocking.
I don't see a single Tufts starter.
No, the only change they made was they sent Davis Ike out to go in net and then said, nope, we're keeping Opdahl in.
Yeah.
Harvey with it. To the X. Good spin by Kakarian. Sullivan. Hands free. Off the post. Jumbo's grab the rebound. And then give it right back. Kakarian inside behind the back. How about that for a highlight reel?
Such a pretty shot. They had two off the post, and then finally that last one they were able to make fall. They saw the gaps open up, and they were able to finish.
And a little souvenir for the Phantoms to take back with them to Hartford on what has been a frustrating day. Sets the coast back out on the draw for the Bows. And wins it cleanly himself. Extra pass down low, shot. And instead they keep it to the X. That one will stay in the jumbo half. A push called. What's the call? And it'll be a fresh 80 for the Bows. The Trinity crowd, for the first time today, making some noise. They were not happy with that call. Shot and a snipe there by Bo Ryan as the Jumbos just keep it going.
Yeah, like we said earlier, all gas, no brakes for this Jumbos team. Seems to be their motto going through the year, you know. They're not even going to learn how to take the gas off.
No, they will not. And for a Jumbos team that has high aspirations on this season, today is a very good indication of just how good they can be when they're on their A game.
Absolutely.
Coming back to win that draw was Mac Linhart. Step down goal, 2 and 10 seconds. I'm out of words, Catherine.
Yeah, you can catch me over here with my jaw on the floor. That was beautiful. And this is their second team, Riley, against a really, like, a hard NESCAC team.
I think we've gone past the second unit. I'm pretty sure this is either unit 3 or 4.
Well, I'm pretty sure they got a million on this bench over here, so looking at their roster, fills up the entire page and more. Privileged to be able to say that.
Jumbos want a flag for a draw violation in a game that is a 19-goal affair with 3 minutes left. As Courtney Shute would say, look at the clock.
Yes, she would.
Phantom's trying to get into double digits here. Kakarian. Now Bowen. Connors now will go to work. He'll take a nice jog in the March breeze. And he'll start his attack from the X. That pass deflected, and the Jumbos are running again.
Great stick.
George works it around.
And Riley, guess what?
Did they change the goalie
Another
again?
goalie change. It is the first year. Alex Strix for the Jumbos, as the Jumbos are on attack right now.
So they got all 5 in today.
Yep.
George dumps it off here to Tweedy. Lowers the shoulder, gets inside, tried to scoop it underneath, but couldn't quite stay with it. Ball back on the turf. Not once, but twice. Jumbo's gonna go man down.
Yeah, you can't do that, Riley.
We'll see who they charge that flag to. As some words being exchanged between the Bows and Phantoms. Henry Tweedy gets it and gets told by Stephen Toomey not to make any more comments.
They will be man up for about half the time that's left Got 2 minutes left. He's 1 minute in the penalty. Bantams will take it man up, see if they can capitalize on this opportunity.
First time the Jumbos have been man down today.
Yeah, kind of shocking in how aggressive of a game this has been.
There's only been one man-up opportunity aside in what has been a ridiculously physical game. Perimeter possession for the Bantams as they look to penetrate the Jumbo D. Up top. Shot wide there by Harvey. It'll stay with the Bantams. 30 left on the man down. Kakarian jump shot saved by the freshman. Dirks makes the play. Gets rid of the ball, and the Jumbos can look to go. Jumbos might not wait till they get back to full strength. 10 seconds left on the man down. It's a turnover there as we hit a minute to play here on this Saturday afternoon at Bello. Jumbos with a full-out ride still. And they're back to full strength. Harvey down the alley, shot over everyone. Shot clock will not be a factor the rest of the way. Kakarian rolls the crease, spins back. Durst with a save. And I believe a crease violation. Oh no, they're going to get the Jumbos with a hold. Zanolfo scratches his head, not happy with that call, but at this point,
yeah,
not much you can say. And really not much you can say about this game, Catherine, other than just pure dominance from the Jumbos offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their offense looked beautiful today, and their defense was solid. They had a few hiccups with the defense around the middle of the game, but able to recover and get a lot of time and a lot of experience for some of these younger guys.
And that's important because, unlike, say, 2 or 3 years ago, Casey D'Onofrio's not scheduling any de facto scrimmages. They're not going to get a ton of opportunities, so they got to take the most of them. Almost got a goal as the clock hit 0. And we go final from Bello. The Jumbos put up 27 on the Bantams and win this one going away. Jack Rigneri sets a program record with 9 goals in the game. Your closing thoughts, Catherine?
Yeah, like we were saying right there at the end, great game, great showing by the Jumbos. They really were able to show their strength in this game, having so many individual players with so many individual talent, but also being able to work together really effectively. The Bantams showed out strong. They gave them a good opponent. They were aggressive. They wanted it as well. I'm just excited for the next game.
Well, we will be back on Bello in a couple weeks when the women take on Colby. The guys won't be back on Bello for almost a month till April 2nd against Williams. But the next time you can see JumboCast is in about 2 hours from Cousins Gymnasium for the NCAA round of 32 game for our crew here. Noah Goldstein up top on the cam. Sophia Khan, our director. For Catherine Burns, I've been Riley Dano saying so long from Bello Field. Final score, Jumbos 27, Bantams 9.
Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.